We're so excited to have African cuisine. But before we get started, we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Oregon Arts Commission, City of Salem Transient Occupancy Tax Grant, Salem Health, Fisher Hayes Joy and Allen CPAs, Batteries Plus Bulbs, Ala Marissa Newnham, Valley View Dermatology, Salem Electric, Bar Industries, Stuart and Mona Hayes, and Stan Mayfield and Marco Hayashi Mayfield. Sponsors, we can't thank you enough for your continued support, and we look forward to finishing 2020 strong with your support. But before we end that portion of it, I've got to give a World Beat shout out to Willamette Valley Kitchen Company for the use of their facility, the kitchen, where we are doing our food demonstration both last week and again tonight. So thank you so much, Willamette Valley Kitchen Company. We appreciate the donating time of use of your facility. Now for our featured guest, Ola Jumoke Elkanah, fondly called Ola, is a native Nigeria of the Yoruba tribe, which is the western part of Nigeria. Ola came to America, Lawrenceville, Georgia to be precise, and in 2005 with her husband and 16-month-old daughter. Excited and scared to start a new life, Ola worked in fast food services and her husband worked in retail. Later on, while Ola was working and braiding hair on weekends, her husband attended the sleep study school. When he finished school, he had a job offer from Willamette Sleep Center as a sleep technician. With the opportunity, they moved again, and this time to Salem, Oregon. While in Salem, Ola attended cosmetology school. She decided to have her own business, so she opened a beauty salon, but without clientele. Ola said, "I knew of others not having courage, so I took the risk. There were lots of bad days, but it got better with networking, passing my card to everyone I see on the streets, the mall, the grocery store, and even in Chuck E. Cheese. I am grateful for my days of little beginnings. Now Ola and her husband are successful owners of 2 companies. We welcome Ola this evening as she cooks chicken dodo. If you enjoy this presentation and would like to continue to see World Beat programming throughout the summer, please click our donation link in the comments. Our support also ensures that we will return with renewed vigor for the 2021 World Beat Festival. And be sure to check out our Facebook page, Salem Multicultural World Beat, and to find out what's coming up next week. Thank you for joining us this evening. Ola, take it away.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. This is Ola. Like hi in Spanish. Like you heard, I'm from Nigeria, but this evening we're going to be cooking chicken dodo and hibiscus tea. We call it zobo. So, but we're going to start with frying the plantain. This is dodo. This is plantain. Some people call it the big banana. So it has to be ripe, not very ripe, but just, really nice. I'm going to try one right now. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to fry. And we'll go. Perfect. So I'm gonna dice it. So if you're frying the plantain, the dodo, normally we can make it bigger, but because it's chicken dodo, it's more of a side dish or as a regular meal, we're gonna dice it. So I'm cutting it into half. So I'm making like cubes. That's what I'm doing. And I put it in here because you want to be able to just, take a spoon and everything will go straight into your mouth. Unlike if you're just eating dodo by itself. So that one could be very big, but this time it's gonna be small. So while I cut this, I'm gonna get my oil ready. My pan is ready. I'm gonna get my oil. You can use any oil of your choice except palm oil. So you can use coconut oil, olive oil, granite oil, whatever oil you like, that's up to you. So I'm washing my hands again, and I'm putting my oil in my pan. It's always good to fry in a little deep pan because it's not the regular dodo. The regular dodo you can use like a flat fry pan, but this one, because we are dicing it into cubes, so we fry it in like a pan, something like this. So we'll let it, so when it's hot, we start frying. So while we're waiting for that to be ready, we're gonna do our hibiscus tea. Our hibiscus tea, I'm sure most of us will know what it is. I'm sure some of us have seen this before. I think in Spanish it's called Jamaica. I know they call it Jamaica or something. Some people call it sorrel. Nigeria, we call it zobo. And I can tell you this zobo works for everything. My sister said it works for coronavirus. So for my zobo today, I already have it mixed because of time, but I washed it. This is just a dry one from the store. I have it at Florist Spices, but you can get it from any store, like any store who sells things like this. I'm gonna use my cucumber, orange, lemon, ginger, and cloves. I'm sure some of us know what cloves is, and sugar. And you don't have to put sugar. You can also put honey and pineapple. But because of time, I already have it mixed, and I will show you how it's done. I already have it here. And I already cooked my zobo. I washed it and I cooked it. I also added my sugar so as to so that the sugar doesn't settle, you know. So this is the, and I have this is just a concentrate. This is already cooked and I already have sugar in it.
How long do you have to cook the
Like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can also soak it overnight. But I like to cook it so that when I put the sugar will melt. So that's why I really cook it. So while I'm here, I'm gonna slice our cucumbers. Okay. And the zobo, which is the what do I call this? The hibiscus tea, is also good for like if someone has anemic, it's good, you know, it's good for your blood sugar. It's really good for almost everything. So where I come from, we call it bogbonishe. That means it cures everything. I'm speaking my language, so. I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna put my eyes. So I already have the ginger in it when I blended the ginger and the pineapple. But for the purpose of this cooking, I already have it in there. And what the ginger does is to give it that little spicy, you know, taste and things like that. And you can also put cinnamon, you know, if you like. Sometimes I put cinnamon or nutmeg. But this time I put ginger and I put a little bit of turmeric. A little bit of turmeric. So I'm slicing. So people make it different ways. Sometimes you can soak it. Most times I soak it, but this time I cooked it because I wanted the sugar to melt. So everything is going in there. And my orange, the sweet one. And everything is going there with the peel. That looks good. And make sure it's a sweet orange because I put a little bit of sugar, you know, but I have a sweet tooth too, but I think it should be fine. Everything is going in there. What do you think? This looks good already. And I'm gonna put some eyes. My oil is almost ready to fry, so. I'm putting my eyes. So my zobo is ready, but when we serve it, I'm gonna put my cucumber, one orange. So I have cloves in there, but this time I didn't blend the cloves, but I just put it in my mixture. So I'm gonna put this aside because this is ready. We're just gonna drink, and we're gonna continue with the rest of the cooking. So I think my oil is ready for frying the dodo. So I like to put just one, just to make sure. Almost there, not yet. So I leave it while I do other things. So I'm gonna start preparing for my sauce. So while I prepare for my sauce, I'm gonna start slicing my onions. I'm gonna start with my onions. I like a lot of onions. It's good for the body. It's practically good for everything. So I think my oil is ready. I'm gonna do this. We let it fry. I can cover it or just leave it. It doesn't matter. So I'm getting the onions ready. I'm gonna rinse this. Okay. I brought 3 onions because I'm gonna use one to fry the sauce. We'll use one for garnishing. I like to use my purple onions for garnishing. So use all of them. Set aside. I'm increasing that so we can be done, so we can enjoy the food together. Make sure you take note of everything we're using. Pardon me, I'm old school, my method of doing onions. So I always say the most important thing is to have a delicious meal. So I'm gonna rinse my onions and cut again. These onions, I'm gonna divide them into two because I'm gonna caramelize one. Lots of onions. You can never go wrong with lots of onions. So I'm gonna check on my plantain. Thank you, Mama. So because I'm mixing, so one part of my onion is ready. I'm gonna try the second one. So this is the one I'm gonna use to garnish it. So this one. I have a specific way of doing my onions, but hope you're following. We're gonna have a delicious meal tonight. I'm gonna grab the plastic. So this will go in here. And so while we're frying, because of time, we're gonna start our chicken dodo. So we're gonna start. So using my pot. So it's not working.
Might not work very well.
Okay, so that's
Fine.
fine.
Stay on. But I can put that big one on if you want. I have to light it with a stick.
Just to make it faster.
My stove has all sorts of trouble.
Try to- Oh, perfect. Thank you.
This big.
Yeah,
Might pinch it.
to reduce it a little bit.
Hi.
Thank you. I'll put this on. Okay, so we're getting bigger space. So pot is empty, but I just rinsed it. So we're just gonna wait and allow it, the water to dry. We're gonna put a little bit of oil. See what's gonna happen.
These ladies are like, that looks good.
Yeah, we getting there. Everything will be together now in a few minutes. Okay, I think my pot is dry. So I'm gonna put some oil in it. Oil. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just enough to cover, you know, that's okay. My dodo is almost ready. Can we see? So we make sure you fry it until it's golden brown. You can eat it this way, but we don't want to eat it this way because either way it's sweet. So I mix it. So if I cut it the big way, I would have probably be turning it one by one. But because we cube into cube size. So it's getting there. So while we're waiting, I'm gonna get my pepper ready. So my base for this cooking today, I'm gonna use this. This is the sweet mini peppers I'm gonna use to garnish it. But for my pepper, so what I have in my pepper is the red bell pepper, tomatoes, and onions. So I'm gonna rinse this and we're gonna. Plantain is almost ready, smelling good already. Smelling good. I know some of you can't see, but here you go. After the show, I'll let you know. I'll show you what it looks like. So it's yellow, but I want it to be golden brown. Not burnt, but golden brown. So this is a little trick I do here for my chicken dodo. My oil is ready. So what I do, I usually caramelize. No, I'm not from here. So I'm learning my English. My onions. So like, I'm gonna fry my onion. That's the onion. That's it could be white or the yellow onion. That smells good too. So I usually use my spoon, my wooden spoon, to break it. Even though, you know, remember, I'm not the perfect person when it comes to cutting onions. I just want to get done with it and just go away. Because somebody's not about to cry. Smelling good. Now I think my plantain is ready. It's golden brown. It's just the way I like it. Can you see? I'm showing it. Yeah, can you see? So it's ready. So I'm gonna get my seed because I don't want too much oil in them. Nothing special. If I'm eating it at home with probably like rice or something, sometimes I could put like a paper towel, put the paper towel soaked in the oil. But because this is going back into the pot, so I don't have to use that. Sorry, I'm speaking coded language. I don't want my plantain to get burnt, so. Look at that, that's beautiful. Already we know the plantain is really yummy, so. What is that? I don't know anymore. Put it out of the way because it's hot. We'll cover it so we don't have kitchen accidents. I wish you guys can see this onion, but it looks good. It's getting caramelized, but I'm not there yet. It's not what I want yet. I'm gonna let it cook and look as if it's burnt. A little bit more. So while I let that cook, I'm gonna use 1 tomato, fresh tomatoes, but let me rinse this first because I will use it. So it's getting there, almost there, but not what I want. Just want to show you guys how this looks. See? I hope you can see. Not perfect, but you know when I say you want your onions to you know cook, I don't know what other English I can use. So. What's in there? So this is my tomatoes. Doesn't have to be any shape, but just as you like it. I'm gonna use 1 because I already have blended, you know, enough tomatoes in my blender. Okay, now I think I have my onions done the way I like it. I'm gonna put it aside. Yeah. And I can eat some of it too. I'm gonna take some of my onions out. So this is what I mean when I say I want it to caramelize. I'll just leave a little bit in the pot. Can you all see? That's what I mean. So now I'm gonna add my blended pepper. I already blended it from home. It has fresh tomatoes, red bell pepper, and onions. To save time, I already boiled it and cooked it, so we don't have to waste time. So this is what I'm doing. Can you see that? It's cooking. I'll put a little water and rinse it. There you go. Where's my wooden spoon? It looks good already. Can you see that orange color? Popping, it's popping, it's popping. So because I already cooked my pepper, so I don't have to waste time to make sure it's good. And I'll get my Maggi. I'm promoting for Maggi. I hope I get a contract. But it could be any bouillon, Maggi seasoning. So this is just, it could be, I'm sure we all know what bouillon is. So I'm gonna do that. Squeeze it in. We're almost done. This looks good already. So for my chicken, I already have my chicken grilled, and my secret helper already helped me chop it into smaller chunks. So don't worry who my secret helper is. So this is chicken. It's the grilled one, but you can use the boiled one too. It doesn't have to be, you know, this is just chicken, nothing special, because I want it real soft. So it's going there right away. That looks good already. I'm loving this. Looks good. So I brought my special spices. This is just salt from anywhere, Walmart. This is suya pepper. I like to put my suya pepper because it just gives it the kick. Suya pepper is what we use for like a barbecue in Nigeria, and it has all kinds of natural spices, ginger, and everything, and it has kuli kuli. I don't know what kuli kuli is in English, like something peanut. It has in it, but not like peanuts. So this is suya. So this is what we use when we do our barbecue. So we call it suya mix. So that's what I'm gonna use. This one. So I'm just gonna put 1 spoon because I'm just putting it in. This is a tablespoon, just for the kick, nothing special. I promise you, this is not spicy. This is just regular pepper, ground pepper, Nigerian pepper. But we have to put pepper. It's not like habanero. Maybe like habanero, but don't worry, you'll be able to eat it. Just 1 spoon. Because where I come from, they said the life that does not eat pepper is which means if you don't eat pepper, your life is soft or not hard. I don't know. That's what it means. So it's important. There must be pepper in everything we cook, even if it's just a little. This looks good already. And it smells good, right? So then salt to taste, because I already put the bouillon, I put the suya pepper, so I'll wash the salt. It doesn't have to be a lot, so I'll taste it. I think this should be fine. So I'm gonna wash my hand and taste it to be sure. And also, so you know, we don't really measure. There is an adage that says, when you're putting seasoning and salt in your food, you just keep putting it until the God says it's okay. So the gods are saying it's okay. No measurement. I'm just gonna taste. And if I need more, I put more. So when I learned how to cook, there was no measurement. You just know with your eyes. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna continue slicing this. So I'm gonna use this to garnish it. I don't have to use everything. Remember, we have I have my what's it called? My purple onions already. It doesn't matter what time. Are we doing well with time? Okay. So this is my pepper. I'm adding more chicken since I have a big pot. It's going in there, so it can be soft, very soft. On it, but you don't want it to burn. And we don't want it too thick. So usually when I'm cooking at home, I usually have like my chicken stock, and I usually make my chicken stock. So when I boil my chicken, I save the stock. Or you can also use this one is at the store, like vegetable stock, and you can also use that. So we're almost there. I think we are ready. And probably one more. I think I forgot the green pepper, but that's fine. It already looks like rainbow, so. Okay, so my dodo is going in. My plantain is going in. Because looks like my soup is ready. Remember, we pre-cooked because of time. This is my carrot. My carrot is going in. And I have some like fried something. Just to save time since I brought a big pot. It looks good. I wish you can all taste this. And I'll show you a little bit how it looks in my pot too. I wish. Can you see that? Beautiful. Please, don't just push this. So I'm gonna reduce this. Oh yeah, reduce it, perfect. Because it just needs to simmer. So my vegetable is going in. The pepper, the chopped pepper that I chopped. So I'm gonna do this. So what do I have here? Can you see the colors? All the peppers. Let me use this so that we can see it very well. So I have, you see the onions, remember? Just to garnish it. Just 1 tomato and all the peppers. Green pepper is missing, but this still looks good. And I have the carrots too. I already washed and chopped my carrots from home to make it easier. Can you see that? Yeah, my pot is full. Are you laughing? Okay, I'm gonna try to. Yes, this is beautiful. Beautiful. So because it's really thick and I don't have my stock, so I'm gonna go with some water. Just some water so it's not too thick. Yeah, that much is fine. And I already reduced my heat because I already have everything in there. Now I just need it to simmer together. And my caramelized onions is going last. And we are done. We're gonna serve you this delicious meal. At parties, sometimes they use it as side dish when you have your favorite Nigerian jollof. Sorry to the Ghanaians and all over the world. Nigerian jollof is still the best. I don't need nobody to come fight me. I'm just kidding. But Nigerian jollof is still the best. So you just have this as the side dish. And you can also use it as a main meal because this is rich. You have chicken in there, you have tomatoes, you have onions. Oh my, and all these colors. Look at it. Look at it. I'm gonna turn it so you see how beautiful it looks. Whoa, can you see that? It's beautiful. So now that I have my water, I'm gonna taste it again to make sure I don't need any other thing. And usually if I need anything, it will be salt because I already have the chicken, the soya pepper in there, a little bit of pepper. I remember I didn't put so much spices. Can you see just the bouillon, the soya pepper, soya seasoning, and just my dry pepper. I think it's good because the dodo is already sweet, so it's gonna be sweet. I think it's ready. So now I'm gonna have my onions go back in. And I'm gonna mix it. Mix, 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 and mix. I am excited and I'm ready to eat this. And that is it. So while we're doing that, I'm not gonna put it up, we're gonna serve it so you'll see how it looks in the plate. I'm gonna serve my zobo. And I'm gonna play everywhere here so we have space, so you see what we're doing. You see how it's being served. Oh, this will go away so we have space. Remember I told you we're gonna use this at the end for my zobo. So I'm gonna rinse it again because I just put it in the leaves. So I'm gonna rinse the cup. I'm gonna cover this so it simmers together. Remember, reduce the heat and allow it to just cook together. There's nothing wrong in eating fresh pepper or fresh, but we still want it to be half done. The peppers and the onions. So what I do first, I'm gonna remember this is the concentrate. I just put ice in it. So I'm gonna mix it together to make sure it's, it goes with whatever taste you want. So I'm gonna use my spoon. I'm gonna rinse this too. There's my cucumbers, okay. I wanna mix pepper and drink together. Oh, can you see what I'm doing? That's my cucumber, so perfect. So I'm gonna mix this together just to make sure. And I'm gonna taste it. I'm gonna taste it. I blended pineapple in it. I put a little bit of turmeric. That's why the color is this thick. Normally it would be super, super red, but the more water we put, the more lighter it is. So just for this glass, I'm gonna taste first. That's super sweet. So there's a secret to this that I brought. I turn it again. Just want to make sure you have everything. So I put some cucumbers inside. I think my orange is too big, so I might have to reduce it so I have it. I don't know if you go in my cup. No. We'll cut it into two. This is mine, so I can't touch it. Sorry. But the other person can have that. So, and I have lemon in there too. So I look for the lemon. Okay, I have one here, and I'm gonna cut it, and we are ready. How many minutes do we have? We're good? Sorry, it's my fault. That's why I'm touching it. I don't want nobody to say, oh, she's hygienic. I'm like, oh. Okay. Maybe lots of cucumbers because that makes it really look nice. Okay. So, a little bit. And I put my cucumber here. I hope I know how to do this. She got it. And guess what? It doesn't have to be this. And you don't have to. This is just a cake. But they call it Zobo Chapman. So this is my method, family Zobo Chapman. You can use Sprite or something like that. There you go. I'll put some ice and we are good to go. I'm not doing advertisement for this paper. So let me put this back so I can use this for my eyes. Getting some pie. Okay. Just a little for my cup. I am ready. And I put this up because this is ready. And I'm gonna wash my plate. I'm gonna serve it. And we are good. Okay. Can you smell it? I know you can't smell it from home, but I can smell it. Hey, we're gonna serve this. Pardon my messy table. But I think the most important is to have a yummy soup. And it's not burning. So you see, the water helps it because I don't want it to be too thick. I don't want it to be too thick. I want you to be able to enjoy the soup. So I'm gonna do this so you see how beautiful it looks in the pot. Making sure I'm not spoiling the whole thing. Okay, we are going to serve, and we're gonna have my guest to taste. And yeah. And you see that? Lots of yumminess in one spoon. Look at the onions, the carrots. Paula, ready for, why is somebody laughing at me? That is it. Chicken dodo with my zobo. And my zobo is right here. Yeah, we're done. Thank you for watching.